So I was just diving into this Rogue-lite plugin for Notepad++, and it totally blew my mind. You can actually collect relics and battle bosses in a text editor.
Wait, what? That's wild. I mean, how does that even work? A text editor turning into a game sounds both awesome and a bit bizarre.
Exactly, it's like gamifying your writing process. Imagine leveling up your skills while drafting an essay. That's pretty intriguing, right?
Right, but doesn't that assume people would want to play while they work? Isn't it just a distraction? Like, how does it keep you focused?
Good point, it could go either way. I guess it depends on whether the gameplay actually enhances your productivity or just adds more chaos.
Totally. Plus, there's a downside in losing data if you mess up. That's a risk that might make people think twice.
Speaking of risks, did you catch that you can die in the game? It seems a bit intense for something meant for productivity.
Yeah, but isn't that part of the fun? Though, I do wonder how often users actually end up in that situation.
That's something I'm curious about too. Is there a balance between fun and the essential work at hand? Like, what if you lose your progress mid-project?
Right? That could be devastating. It's like those nightmares where you lose everything just before submission.
Exactly. It's almost a metaphor for the fears many writers have. But what's interesting is how gameplay might inspire creativity.
True, it could encourage risk-taking in writing, which is often lacking. But then is there evidence it actually makes you more creative?
Good question. I haven't seen solid research. For every game that inspires, there's probably at least one that distracts.
And let's not forget the learning curve. If users spend too much time figuring it out, they could waste time instead of catching inspiration.
So it's a double-edged sword. You could see the potential for enhancing skills, but then there's that risk of distraction.
Yeah, and it raises an interesting question about the nature of productivity tools. Are they meant to be enjoyable or purely practical?
That's a good philosophical point. I mean, if it's fun, maybe it can be both. Could enjoyment actually lead to better work?
Possibly, but it might depend on individual preferences. Some people focus better under pressure, while others get overwhelmed.
So understanding the user is key here. How do we even account for different distractions people face while doing creative work?
Right? It's like trying to find that perfect balance. Can we gamify elements of productivity without it becoming tormenting?
That's a serious challenge. Maybe it needs to be more adaptable to user needs, like a customizable experience.
Exactly. Imagine if you could tailor the difficulty or types of challenges to suit your own tasks. Now that could be something.
That sounds amazing. It's like creating your own writing environment that evolves based on your progress. Talk about personalization.
And maybe it could help with motivation too. Like, leveling up gives a tangible sense of achievement alongside completing tasks.
For sure, and think about how rewarding it would feel to actually see tangible results from your writing efforts like that.
But again, one needs to be cautious. Too much gamification could risk stripping the joy out of pure writing.
Great point. If the game mechanics overshadow the writing, then we might lose the essence of storytelling altogether.
Exactly. So there's that line between enhancing writing through play and diluting the process. That's a tricky balance.
It's almost like walking a tightrope, isn't it? So what could be the final takeaway from all this?
Maybe it's about finding tools that empower creativity, while also keeping our focus sharp.
Yeah, and recognizing that what works for one might not work for another. That's the key to crafting effective tools.
Right? We should ultimately just keep questioning how tools impact our process and continue experimenting.
What a ride. I love how this conversation evolved. It's fascinating to think about the future of productivity in such a playful way.
Absolutely. I'm leaving this with a lot to ponder about blending creativity and productivity. Thanks for this brain workout.
Same here, let's keep exploring these intersections. It's where the magic happens. Who knows what we'll discover next?
For sure, let's make it a date. Until then, happy writing or gaming or whatever it evolves into.